All right, what's going on, everybody, and welcome back to another edition of Team Talk. I'm your host today. My name is Caleb James, and today for this video, I wanted to hop into a little Clyde Edwards-Helaire film as he is looking a lot better here early on in the season. So let's get back into it. Let's take a look, and really through these first couple of games versus Arizona and the Chargers. You look at the numbers. Clyde's averaging 7.5, 7.5 a carry and 15 carries, but the passing game has been impressive. Also, he's had 7 receptions so far for 76 yards. He scored both of his touchdowns this season on those. And really, I think this season has been fun because so far, it's only 2 games in, but we've seen Clyde playing with this completely different style than what we've seen him in the past. In the past, he's been the outside zone, not outside zone, he's been the inside zone. He's been the guy that they run power and duo with. But let's take a look at it here. Let's go back and get into the film a little bit. And this is the Arizona game. And we take a look here, right from the jump. It is going to be a zone. It's going to be inside zone for the Chiefs. Clyde takes the little counter step. It's like a little offset zone, but Clyde takes it. He follows. He has a nice hole here. Trey Smith with a good block. Kelsey's cutting back. Creed is Humphrey is working up. And really, he just takes it. And I think what the difference this year has been for Clyde is he's finishing runs and he's being decisive. You're seeing him hit the hole with a head of steam like he's gearing up to do here. And watch how he finishes this play. Buda Baker is going to step up in the hole and try to make this tackle. Clyde says, okay, you can tackle me, but I'm going to make you pay for that one. And he does. He completely contacts Baker, knocks his helmet clean off of his head right here, if you can see that. And, basically just finishes the play on top of him. The linemen come over and they try to keep pushing, but that is what you want to see. That's some physicality and aggression right there. Running into a guy so hard his helmet comes off. That's great. And, it's a great job by the offensive line creating the seam for him. And I love these little, offset, zone looks. I just love it because the defense, they see it and they see him step that way. They see Kelsey coming across in motion. They think, it holds them up a second. They got another guy coming across in motion. It's just holding them up. They don't quite know where to go. Meanwhile, the front five, the big guys are creating up front here. So then we go up here, and then he just finishes the play. It's awesome. It really is great. So we'll move on to the next play. Yeah, hold on, just one more time. I love seeing that dude get his helmet knocked off, and then the finish from all the big guys. And this time, look at this. So it's a pass play. It's a 4th down and short. 5 offensive linemen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pass rushers from the Cardinals. They send 5. Oh, sorry about that, guys. So they send 5 here, and it looks like this may be a good counter. They're moving guys around. But let's see, Clyde quickly leaks out. And this guy has a long way to go. And the Chiefs have an inside route coming this way also to basically hold this whole thing off so that Clyde can get out to the flat here. And, Mahomes takes quick advantage of it. This guy, the routes all run into one another here at the top. It gets all confused, and Clyde's in for an easy touchdown. And it's nice to see them emphasizing him in the passing game this year. Just a quick little release into the flat. Once they recognize the 5, Mahomes recognizes the 5. Good blocking all around, and nice play. I like this next play coming up for a couple of reasons, but number one, they're attacking the outside here, the Arizona Cardinals. Clyde Edwards-Helaire getting an outside run. We haven't seen much of it from him, but really, he does a great job, and I love that little stutter he just showed. He sets it up, and then he's going in to try to help finish the play a little bit more. You take a look at it, though, back from the wide view. He's going to come. He's got his blockers right there and everything. You see it right here. They're starting to seal the edge, and he sees it also. He's got these linebackers. They got to make a decision where they want to go. Kelsey's going to be coming up. Gray and Brown, in combination with Tooney reaching over also. You see, he kind of has stutters. Look, he gives that little hesitation stutter, and it kind of freezes these guys because they're so used to him just cutting up inside throughout the last few seasons. Then when he does come around, it helps Kelsey set up these inside blocks, and he hits it with a head of steam, man. He hits it with some acceleration that we haven't seen in a while. You can see from this, the little stutter right there, and then he comes up, and he's just going to go ahead and just keep running and finishes the play with a head of steam. Kelsey with some nice downfield blocking. Nice to see them starting to utilize him more in the outside zone. He's come back this year after that gallbladder surgery. He looks fully healthy, and he's starting to show some burst and pop that he showed when he was at LSU that made us all excited about him. He looks a lot better than he has the last couple of seasons as far as an athletic standpoint goes. And then I like this play here. Mahomes sets it up. They give this little, they give one and, they take one off and they bring one, just kind of like a muffled look, confusion. They're trying to come in, bring in, this extra rushers to fool Mahomes. They drop back Bosa, but what they don't account for when they drop back Bosa is Clyde is going to be on an angle route here or a Texas route. And what we see is they bring the blitz. Bosa drops back. The Chiefs recognize this. Mahomes recognizes this, and he recognizes he's about to have a defensive end lined up against a running back. Hits Clyde. Clyde trucks Derwin James, and it's off to the races. These little NASCAR fronts can be interesting for defenses. It's important for the quarterback to get the ball out of his hand quickly, which Pat does here. Boom. Runs him over. Where this pop is what we have been missing from Clyde for a little bit now. And you see he comes off screen here, pops right back free. Mahomes puts it right on the money. He's got a lot of space now. And boom, runs him over. Bosa kind of stops playing. Bosa gets a little lazy. Clyde's delivering a blow right here, delivering an absolute blow into the body of Derwin James. And I think that's Drew Tranquill right there is coming over to try to make a play also. But Clyde just keeps running, breaks the tackle, keeps running, keeps breaking. MVS getting in towards the end of the play. Kelsey coming in also. And that's an all-around great effort play there for Clyde. And then, here's another one I like in the passing game. Gotta love it. Gotta love it in the passing game, the old screen game. Clyde catches this one. Creed Humphrey just mauls this guy up. Clyde, with the good vision, sees Kelsey downfield. He's going to hit this all the way to the numbers, which he does. And he still finishes the play with contact. He's still doing his job. He's still trying to make the right plays. And he does a good job of that. I think that's the important thing. He does a real good job of that. Really looking. What I really like about this one, or about that screen pass, I'll go back to it. You can see the timing from the offensive line. He is right in cue with when he needs to be able to get ready to catch. And, the fact that Creed and him are on the same page, the same timing is awesome. You love to see that kind of stuff. And, it's just nice having a running back that could be able to make plays in the passing game and in the running game. And you're starting to see that level of physicality that got us all excited about Clyde in the first place, starting to really take over his play style and starting to show us why we think he can be a good player in this league. And what I think really shocked a lot of people was this play I'm getting ready to show you guys right here. The big rip. I know people have talked about how unexplosive and how slow Clyde is. He doesn't look slow and he doesn't look unexplosive on this one. He hits the hole with a head of steam and then a smart finish to the play, doesn't give up the ball, doesn't go out of bounds, just keeps it in bounds. Let's take a look at what makes it all go here. And of course, Kelsey actually, this is an interesting way to block this up, but Kelsey is going to be much quicker getting up to James than Wiley would be. So he gives Wiley a second by letting him come off of, by giving the little chip here almost so Wiley can reach it. The reason they're doing that is because they really want this to hit. You look here also, Trey Smith has an absolutely excellent block. He gets leverage. He gets drive. He pushes it out. He's getting in the wall. Kelsey creeping his way up. Creed and Tooney are in combination. They have to get this guy. Orlando cut on the backside. Gray's walling off the backside. Creed feels 49 starting to come back around, but Clyde is going to hit it with a head of steam. Now, Derwin James is going to try to get in here also. It looks like it's going to constrict down nicely. It looks like James is going to be able to win, and it looks like Tranquill is going to be able to come over the top. But what makes this play special is Clyde just keeps cutting it out, and Creed is able to come off on the big guy, and Tooney loops around to take this away. Kelsey ends up squaring up three better. And look at Juju. Juju comes over here. And as Clyde starts to gain momentum, you see there's the face mask from James. James is getting blocked, so it's just a desperation face mask time. There's Bosa right there starting to make himself known. Clyde shakes free, and he takes off now because there's a lot of space between him and the next man. MVS with a nice block to the outside. Take it back just a frame because I want to show you guys what Juju was doing. Juju was every bit involved in this play. And now his takeoff time outbreaks one guy diving out at Clyde. Take a look at it. Yeah, that guy dove and missed. All we've been hearing about is how slow people have been, dragging him down for so long now. And he finishes this game with a heck of a run, busts him for a big play. I mean, a huge play. It's a 51-yard gain. It's an explosive play. The longest gain of his career so far in Kansas City, and it helps seal the game for the Chiefs against one of the best defenses in the NFL.